Welcome to this segment of Soul, Silence, and Sound. This is brought to you by BeSimply.
Stars, trees, clouds, and the moon. They all have a meaning and they look just like you.
This is a Soul and Luna cycle musing, and I am going to dive a little bit into this full moon that arrives this evening on a calendar date that will be known as October 6th, the year 2025, here on the Pacific Northwest coastline. And so as this moon has been rising, and many of you might have been feeling it, I'm going to, from here forward, let go of the chronos time, because again, these things are constructs. And so if we lock them down based on something that's inherently a control mechanism that inhibits our ability to relate really deeply to these nuances with these celestial bodies. And so for each and every one of you, you will be acclimating to the womb and the moon in its own way, based on where you are in the world, where you are in your eternal path. All these things have factors, and just where you are in your own state of awareness. So as we sit here in this moment, as we entered into this last lunar cycle, and truly we really distill it down, the lunar cycle allows us to know where we are within a cycle of 28-ish days, and it allows us to know where we are in a transition of a season and then an annual cycle. So no matter where you are, you have seasons and an annual cycle. Our brothers and sisters that are at the equator, rock and steady, your seasons are a lot more subtle. And so those things are give you indicators on what to shift and do differently based on your climate, your external ecosystem, and your internal ecosystem. The reason I share this is because the more and more that you can let go of the chronos time and the locks that we have with the imposition of time and the imposition of a calendar that's associated with another construct, which is money. Those are all inherently control devices, and they're separators. So I'm not saying that they don't exist in our state of reality that we're in right now, but the more that you can unlock yourself from being held to those in a way that causes you distress, anxiety, depression, lack of self-worth, all those kinds of things, the more you can move beyond that and really sync up your rhythms to nature, then you'll have a much more effortless interface with these mechanisms, and you will state the terms that you want to agree to these systems, because you can retain that awareness. And so as we entered into this lunar cycle, a lot about love, opening up that heart, that cosmic mother is really welcoming us to get to know her, and welcoming us to be really radically honest with ourselves and others. And what's kind of interesting is, because the end of this really interesting epoch here on planet Earth is that we are getting this chance to see that we are so much more than just our perception that we've been really taught of the dimensional fields of our energy, our frequencies, and that this earth plane extends much further beyond what you have been led to perceive. And so what happens as our collective consciousness continues to expand and contemplate other points of view. If you've ever taken the time to build something, you have to contemplate how you're going to draw it out, how you're going to, if it's, let's say, out of wood, how are you going to measure, how are you going to cut, all these different things. so that you can actually execute it. And so imagine we've had all these things hidden from us and distortions that haven't given us the capacity to fully figure out how we want to do something. And that relates to every aspect of your life, every aspect of your faith, all those things, even how you relate to yourself and others. So what's beautiful is humanity, all of you out there and me, have been slowly and some quickly going through what's called an awakening process. And during that process, you have started to become a little bit more of an objective observer. And this is a nuance that is a practice and will continue to require diligence and practice. So it's kind of like you can't just like have awareness and then not practice it, because you will potentially slip back in to the trick, to the manipulations that have been laid upon humanity. So all of you that have continued to go through and step further and further out, some of you might be feeling pressed or like, oh, but remember, you change your direction of where you want to observe, what you want to observe. Do you want to be at the beach with your family and having an argument, or do you want to watch the sun set or sunrise? You have the power of choice. Do you want to be distracted by a manipulation and a trick that's going to affect your neural pathways, or do you want to stay focused on what you want to create? And so when we work with consciousness and move within these fields of contemplation and kind of, as a friend of mine would say, noodle around with it in your mind, then that starts to lead to more inspirations as how you can approach it. Even when I go to design something, I look at it from many different perspectives before I settle on something. And that's gives you the chance, when someone does it that way, to not get fixated in one direction and locked. And so that's how mind control has been placed upon humanity, is by creating that entrainment that I talked about, I think last time at the new moon or the time before. But that's how the programming is. And if you've been paying attention in the general pop culture, geopolitical culture, there's been some systematic programs released and events to capture your mind, capture your emotions, and distract you from really deciding, do I want to sit and look at the sunrise or sunset or enjoy the people I'm with? Or do I want to be sucked into this entrainment and programmed once more? And so that's really this threshold that we're at. And simultaneously, whether you're aware of that completely or not, you are getting the opportunity to choose where you want to focus, where your gifts are rising up in this moment. Maybe you've been working towards something your whole life and you're realizing you want to step into another aspect of that. Maybe you're realizing that, wow, I want to achieve this as a hobby, as a goal of mine, whatever it might be. You're starting to realize that it's rising up and you're feeling that pull. And this is a good thing. You always want to have new things that challenge you, that really engage your mind. The mind is there to be engaged with as a contemplative tool, not to cause you distress. And that's what these programs have done. They've basically caused distress to human consciousness. So for those of you that are far enough unplugged from being sucked in, I encourage you to hold steady, keep observing. You don't need to get in arguments with people. It's not worth it. Just hold steady and understand that as people continue to go through their own awakening, that steady, compassionate heart is really important, because some of these moments can be messy for any one of us. And so if you can put judgment aside and really be kind, compassionate, and hold that point, that's amazing. And for those of you that are really attached to anything right now, we're in fall and spring and rock and steady. This isn't the time to be holding on. This is a time to be like, okay, what's ready to move what's ready to shift. This is where clearing out and cleaning out and all those things are so valuable as you continue to make room for this area of focus. And understand you have on an eternal path, you have things that you're trying to accumulate and master and continue to serve with, and not miss a beat from one perceptual form to the next. And then you have a responsibility in the field, this earth plane that you incarnated in, to be of service with what you have already accumulated and what you are continuing to accumulate to the world around you. So rather than bicker and fight and yell and scream and say it's my way, you're wrong, you're a sinner, I judge you, you're going to go to hell, all these different things that aren't helpful, take a breath, step back, and sink into your heart. And when you sink into your heart, you start to see things a little differently, and you notice what's not comfortable for yourself and what's not comfortable in the world around you. And so really the only thing that we can be in charge of is ourselves. And then from there, our immediate tribe, which would be your family and friends that are within close proximity. And if we didn't have these devices, that would mean literally in the town you live in, the people and places and things that are in close proximity. And then you would mail letters to the people that you know where they are, you visited them, but you wouldn't be in their day-to-day business looking them up on social media. You would have a different wayfinding device. And this wayfinding device beyond our community, your nexus, is inherently built into you. This is why a mountain lion can sense things several miles away. And it's the same if you cultivate your quiet mind, so you can use it to contemplate, analyze, come to a objective, solid decision for an effort. You will start to pick up on things that are not confined by distance, perception of space. Because really, there is absolutely no time. It's a construct overlaid on our consciousness, a net, if you will. And there's no real space. It's all here. So if you stay present here, then you can actually really tune into what's available to you to do your great work and to help others. And those both ideally are intertwined, and that creates a regenerative, reciprocal reality instead of having performances, because the performances are what have been the mind control. And so this is the beautiful thing, especially for any one of you that are listening that have forward. Everyone's energy is creative, but some are expressed through science or medicine or mechanical or engineering. Those are all beautiful creation. But if you have a place where you have a creative effort that's in that which we incorporate into our surroundings, it could be clothing, it could be the music that you listen to, it could be art, it could be all these things, it can be industrial design, visual, multimedia. This is going to drastically be shifting, because this was the mechanism, the performance that was used for mind control. That and those bells. So bells and the performance. And so what this means for each and every one of you, especially if you lead in the creative arts, but all of you really, is that because every day you put on a performance, if you will, for your family and friends. Some of you might be more dramatic than others. But what this means is that you step out of being performative, which we see everywhere on social media, all those things. It's a performance, a photo, all these things. And you get really precise at where you want to place that creative energy. And then, because the veil of control, remember when Dorothy went and saw the wizard behind pulling the strings, pulling the mechanism, is no longer tied up in the creative arts especially. And so that, once that slowly peels away and all the realities of that are swept away because the cosmic mother is coming in, and she doesn't really have much tolerance for these manipulations further. And they're even trying to do a little trick for all you right now in regard to her energy, because they don't know what to do with it. But all of you, just don't worry about the unexplainable. It will have its way with us in the perfect time. And that's just energy coming in. It's energy that's destined to meet us, to clear our system, to rebalance our system, and reorganize. But the constructs that held us in a prison, if you will, a mental and emotional prison, are going to be blown out. And my friend used to call it filters, like you're getting ready to go to the next level of your video game, and you got to blow out all the debris that's stopping you from getting there. So that's where we are. And the point that I want to bring all the way around is that you really, all you need is your heart, and let go of the mind right now. Especially if you have a busy mind, try to stay out of there. Just keep dropping in. And even if there's some uncomfortable stuff in that heart center, go outside, lay on the earth, put your back to a tree, and just breathe and really dip into the heart. And then where you have pain and suffering, because you'll feel it when you dip in, when you give yourself permission to be in the heart, be with that, turn in towards it. And if you need support, reach out. It's not, for the faint at heart, but it's important. This will be easier for the people that have been doing the inner work to process and integrate, so that will help the whole. And also, as we do this, remember this is a time of really working in community, authentic community, not a controlled community, not a smokes and mirrors community. It's a real beautiful way of moving together. And if we think about the mechanism, it's so gluttonous the way it's gotten, where it's like there's only a small percentage of perceptual beings that hold the control of many. And eventually that goes through its own level of entropy. It has to disintegrate in a way and reshape and form. It doesn't die, but it goes through its own heat death to reorganize, because it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable in this system. So let's talk a little bit more about that heart before we go into our meditation. Is that to keep this as simple as possible in this moment, no matter what's going on for you, is that you want to create this pause and to lead with your heart, because the house of cards will continue to fall away. And if you get too distracted by the old control systems, it will become more turbulent for you. And so just to be present right here in your nucleus, you cannot manage anything out beyond your nucleus. And once you feel solid in your nucleus, and that could take the rest of your life, and that's okay. But once you feel solid in your nucleus and your contribution to your immediate surroundings, then you will have a better understanding of where we're headed. And the heart, leading with the heart, is so important, because that will keep you in integrity with yourself and your inner code of ethics and one another. And when we fall out of calibration with our inner core being, that's when we start the manipulation game to get ahead, is what led us to here. And so there's no aspect of our society right now that's exempt. Anything you believe in has been twisted and turned and tainted. And so this is the time, go inward, allow yourself to be held, and to anchor in to this divine energy, unexplainable energy that runs through us all, through our heart center, and will lead us if you allow yourself the space to feel into it and listen. And so it's not about more. It's not about more control. It's not about more doing. It's not about technology moving faster. None of it. It's about sweeping that all away and really listening in and trusting, because a heart always knows what's true. And as I've said before, a couple segments back, only you knows you. And so when you listen to that heart, divinity, and you will stay steadfast on your path. It's nothing external, it's all internal. So with that being said, that was a lot. Let's just let that all fade away. And I welcome you to take a nice, gentle breath into your heart. And then exhale out. Another one, inhale. And exhale. And one more, inhale. And exhale. And then gently from there, you can close your eyes if you wish. If your mind's busy, stay focused on one point. Soft gaze down in front of you. And then gently stay in silence, and I'll meet you on the other side.
circle in the sand.
circle in the sun.
And gently from there, I welcome you to gently lean back and recline or move fully into Shavasana, a prone position on your back with your palms facing upward as we transition into receiving sound. As you settle in, just take a nice gentle breath into the heart and out. Again, inhale. And exhale. And one more inhale. And exhale. And then continue to follow your natural breathing pattern. Anondo ane ai, ane ane om. Ano ane ai, ane ane ram, ane ane ram. Adondo ane je ai, ane ane om. Ado ane ai, ane ane om. Ane ane om. Adondo ane alam, ane ane om. Ano ane ai, ane ane om. Ane ane om. Ano ane ai, Taking a soft, gentle breath in and out of your heart center. Gently breathing in and out. Again, inhale. And exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. And then gently from there, I just welcome you to connect to your voice and your heart. And as you do that, I just want you to bring your heart and your voice together. I want you to welcome you to, one, express silent gratitude, or out loud if you wish, right there, for all aspects of yourself, from your heart to your voice. Be sincere, kind, and compassionate, and feel free to pause this as you do that. And then gently from there, I welcome you to bring that breath up from the heart and just feed your mind that unexplainable energy, just to clear it out like a high pressured, super powered force that you can't ever explain, to clear that out, clear that mind out, let everything fall away. Save that mechanism for listening and contemplating gently. And then from there, I just welcome you to sink back into your heart. And as we tip past this full moon, you're at a threshold where you can decide where you want to put your attention and to focus there, and all the dissonance on the outside that's pulling for your attention or pulling you into old programming that was imposed upon society, just let it be. And if you don't fully understand what that means yet, I encourage you just to see where you're drawn into when something, a person, place, a thing, or an event pulls you in and you begin to hyper fixate. That's where you should hear those bells, ding, 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 that you are being led into entrainment and mind control. And so as we all step over this threshold, I welcome you to do it with your heart and your inner awareness and evolution on an eternal level, and hold your ethics in check. And you can say, I didn't agree to this, I don't want to do that, and see where that heart leads you. So it pulls you out of these manipulations that we've all been put into. And one by one, each one of you, all my brothers and sisters here, will continue to help reinforce this interface through our heart center. And it has nothing to do with entitled emotions. It has everything to do with being suspended in a divine place that is beyond anything that could ever be written down. So with that being said, I want to thank you all for being here, going through all that. Just let it wash away. You may have to re-listen to it or not. It's your choice. But I thank you for being here. Thank you for taking the space to listen. And I want to thank Random Rab, Kadri Scott, Dante Marino, all for contributing in your different ways. And with that being said, we're going to exit out with a song called Fields of Flowers. And until next time, this is Suzanne signing out with a full heart, a soft gaze, a deep bow, and a namaste. Be simply.
grabs me and holds me tight.